Hello guys, welcome to the daily current affairs session ENbreezEn by Team Enlight. Today we'll be looking into 6 different topics. These are the topics. First topic is gig economy. So this is because a new article has come up in Business Line which said that India can become the gig worker capital of the world. In this context, we need to know what is a gig economy. So gig economy is an economy which is based on temporary and flexible jobs. That means the employers would be hiring independent contractors and freelancers instead of giving permanent jobs to employees. Okay, so this has been in news because with the pandemic, there has been a major overhaul that is happening in the whole labor ecosystem, wherein new models like work from anywhere model is coming up. So work from anywhere means that the employees would be based in countries like India and the employers would be based in developed countries like America. So India can become the capital of such a gig worker ecosystem. Okay, so in this context, we also need to know what are the benefits and challenges associated with the development of a gig economy. The benefits being that the services would be more efficient, they can hire the best suitable people with the cost of the whole services would be less and it would bring some efficient services like that of Ola, Swiggy, etc. It would create more employment, it would increase the female labor force participation because the job would be more flexible. Then it also has certain associated challenges. The major ones being that there will be lack of social security measures, the job would be insecure. So these all can lead to exploitation of workers. At the same time, it will be also difficult to regulate the whole system because it would not be an organized system. Then another important thing that you need to remember is the Social Security Code. The recent Social Security Code has included gig workers and platform workers under the ambit of Social Security provisions. The next topic for today is water stress. So this is based on an article in Business Line which says that managing water the Denmark way. Okay, so it actually emphasizes on the need for wastewater treatment and water reuse. So there are some, this is some data or statistics which you can use for your mains answer. So why India faces water crisis and how, like, why do we need to emphasize on water reuse and water conservation? Then there are certain major reasons for the whole thing, whole water stress that India is facing. The major reason being agriculture. One is the flood irrigation technique that is being used in agriculture. Second being the cropping pattern. Cropping pattern in the sense that the water stressed states like Maharashtra is cultivating water intensive crops like sugarcane. Okay, and there is also large scale cultivation of rice, which is again a water intensive crop. So such issues are there. Then issue of water loss, either due to leakage or because there is no mechanism for reuse. So there is a lot of water loss that is happening in our country. Then there is no reliable data on water usage and water loss, and this is also actually an impediment for better policy making. Then another policy challenges or governance challenges like various hurdles that is there in the case of various government programs, like for example big ticket programs like integrated water shed management program. All these things faces a lot of hurdles. Then some natural factors or climatic and geographical factors like erratic monsoon or seasonality of peninsular rivers. All these are the various reasons why, because India faces water stress. So this is important from the perspective of your GS1 syllabus, that is geography, and also GS3 environment. Then there are various schemes and programs that is there for in order to address this whole issue of water crisis. You can read these. Then the whole article actually comes up with really good suggestions that that can be employed for addressing this water stress condition. One being installing the bulk water meters, okay, in order to measure the quantity of water use and thus regulate the inefficient usage of water. So it also mentions about the Bangaluru's water loss management project. Second thing is pricing of water. It should be affordable. At the same time, it also should disincentivize excessive use, such that such kind of pricing has to be there. Then there is there should be emphasis on treating of wastewater. Currently, only 40% of sewage is treated. So we need to treat more wastewater. For that, our effluent treatment plants should run profitably. Otherwise, it won't be possible. So in order to make them profitable, we can actually monetize the output from these effluent treatment plants like manure, electricity, treated water, etc. can be monetized. They can be turned into money. Then certain states have come up with water reuse policy, that is to reuse 100% by 2030, and that is applaudable and can be replicated by other states as well. As then government schemes like Amrut, it also has provisions for effluent treatment plants, so this has to be taken up more seriously. Then there are various other schemes as well for dealing with accessibility, availability and affordability of water. At the same time, there is a Puri model which was in news recently, which is that Puri became the first Indian city to provide quality water 24/7 through taps. So that is drink directly from tap is the idea. The next topic is e-way bill. So this has been in news because GST return non-filers, that means those who have not filed GST returns, would not be able to generate e-way bills from August 15. So this is to incentivize people to file GST returns. So in this context, we need to know what is e-way bill. So basically, it's an electronic document which is generated or which is required for the movement of goods. Okay, for those goods which value exceeds rupees 50,000. So in order to transport any kind of goods whose value exceeds 50,000, you need to generate a e-way bill. So e-way bill would be having a unique e-way bill number, which will be available with the supplier, with the recipient and the transporter. So then there are certain cases where you need not generate a e-way bill. If the transportation happens to a non-motor vehicle, or if it is for custom clearance from airport and port, etc., or if the consignor is governments itself, or if the transportation is happening to and from Nepal or Bhutan, or if it is exempted from state or any state or UT GST rules, then e-way bill need not be generated. And the thing that is also mentioned in this article in the Hindu newspaper is GST, and that is Goods and Services Tax Network. So it is basically a non-profit, non-governmental organization which manages the entire IT system of the GST portal. That means right from registration, filing of taxes, maintaining all the tax details, it is all done in the Goods and Services Tax Network. So here you have to remember that this is the 51% of it is owned by private players and the rest by the government of India. So that is majority is owned by the private. So GST is a favorite topic for your UPSC from the UPSC point of view. So it has been asked several times in mains as well as prelims. So you can look into these questions. Next topic is equalization levy. So this has been in news because Netflix has confirmed that it would not pass the equalization levy to its customers. In this context, you need to know what is equalization levy. So it is basically a tax which is levied on non-resident business. That means businesses which are not based in India, which do not have permanent establishment in India, as part of their income accrued from India, for the income that they have earned from India through the provision of online advertisement services. Okay, so it has been brought through the Finance Act 2016, wherein it said that all those businesses which are not based in India but providing online advertisement services and earning income from India would have to pay taxes to the government of India, and the tax would be charged at 6%. So in this case, the tax would be directly collected from the customer who is availing the service of this non-resident business entities. The second case is that in the Finance Act 2020, this equalization levy was also extended to e-commerce operator, both service and goods e-commerce operator. That means it would apply to Amazon, Netflix, etc. Okay. In this case, the equalization levy is charged at rupees 2% and it will be collected from the operator, e-commerce operator directly. Okay. This is important from a prelims perspective. The next topic is retrospective taxation. This has been in news because the finance minister tabled a bill in Parliament which aims to end retrospective tax since 1962, which was added by the 2012 Finance Act. In this context, we need to know what is retrospective taxation. It is basically taxing entities from an earlier date by enacting law. The whole thing came to news with the famous Vodafone case. Okay, the case is that Vodafone, which is a company based outside India, indirectly bought HSR, which is a company based in India. And since the whole deal happened outside India, it was not covered under any Indian tax laws which was available then. So obviously the government of India would be losing a lot of money in terms of revenue by such indirect deals. Therefore, the government of India decided that they would come up with a law bringing retrospective taxation for such indirect accusation. So, in the 2012 Finance Act, what they did is that for all such indirect accusation which was happening in India, the companies would have to pay tax to the government of India, and it would be applicable from 1962. So all the cases which happened between 1962 to 2012 would be would have to pay taxes to the government of India. Then obviously it was resented by companies like Vodafone, and they went filing suits against the government of India in Supreme Court, arbitration tribunals, and various foreign courts, and wherein the government of India had to face a lot of setbacks. So this has created a lot of negative sentiments, investor sentiments also. So in order to correct all these things, the government has come up with a new law which says that no tax demand will be raised in future for transactions which have been made before 28 2012. Okay, May 28 2012. So all those cases which have been taken up by the government of India will be nullified. So no demand will be raised if the whole transaction, the whole deal happened before May 28 2012. Okay, and all those cases which have already been raised, that will be nullified, but on the condition that the company will have to withdraw the legal suits against the government of India, and the government will be repaying them the penalty amount without any interest. So that is the new law. So the whole idea you would have understood, the need for is that the government of India wants to pitch India as a foreign investment destination. So this was always a sore point with the investors, that anytime government of India would come up with a retro tax which will be detrimental to their business. So that was the intent is to correct such a sentiment, and it would also bring tax certainty to the government of India. Next topic is extended Troika. This has been in news because India has not been invited to a key meeting which is convened by Russia on the fast evolving situation in Afghanistan. So Troika actually refers to the three major powers, Russia, US and China, coming together to discuss issues which is happening in Afghanistan and come up with solution to bring peace and stability in Afghanistan. So currently in news is extended Troika, which means Pakistan has also been included in this negotiation. So extended Troika is nothing but Troika plus Pakistan. Then there is also a mention about Moscow format. Moscow format is nothing but an Russian attempt to settle the Afghan conflict. So Russian-led initiative to bring peace in Pakistan by bringing together the regional powers and Taliban together on the same table. Then another thing which has been in the newspaper, the Hindu newspaper, is mentioned that there is no plan to house Indian military base in Agalega Islands. So there is a mention of Agalega Islands and Chagos Islands. So you need to know that both these islands are in Indian Ocean. So you can also refer our previous video on map study of Indian Ocean. This is the end of the session for today. Thank you. We'll meet again tomorrow.